No amount of honesty can fully insure you against betrayal. Often, the person who secures the promotion or the contract isn't the most skilled, but the most strategically positioned. This isn't a failure of the system, it's a fundamental property of human competition. Surviving this environment requires a specific kind of psychological armor. We call it dark intelligence. It is born when you stop reacting to the pain of humiliation and start using it as raw material to build a more resilient strategy. Niccolò Machiavelli remains the historical weight behind this worldview. He first documented these behaviors with cold accuracy, acknowledging that power always favors the pragmatic. Without this framework, social interactions feel like a series of accidents. While a strategist plans the sequence of events months in advance, most people are simply trying to survive the current conversation. To transition from a reactive participant to a strategist, you have to dismantle the instinct to be completely open. Controlling the board starts with controlling what others know about you. We often treat conversation as a race to be understood, volunteering our motivations and fears as a way to find common ground. This reflex creates a vulnerability. It gives others the exact map they need to predict your next move. Strategic communication relies on calculated opacity. By providing answers that are technically accurate but narratively incomplete, you maintain the boundaries of your own intentions. The human brain is wired to resolve ambiguity. When you withhold specific details, you create a curiosity gap that forces others to fill in the blanks with their own imagination. This process shifts the focus of the interaction entirely toward you. You sustain this interest through controlled exposure. By pacing the release of your skills and history over months rather than minutes, you prevent yourself from being easily categorized or dismissed as a known quantity. When personal information is treated as a limited currency, every detail you share gains significant weight. You are no longer just participating in a conversation, you are managing a narrative. Silencing your own broadcast creates the mental space required to observe the room. Once you stop worrying about being seen, you can finally see exactly who you are dealing with. This leads to the adaptive persona. Like water taking the shape of its container, you adjust your tone and emphasis to match the values of the person in front of you. You don't lose your core principles, but you change how they are expressed. You use this observation to create a psychological echo. You listen past the literal words of a complaint or a boast to find the unspoken insecurity or the desire for recognition driving the speech. Beneath every interaction, people are subconsciously scanning for signals of validation. They look for recognition, for evidence of being understood, and for a sense of their own worth. When these three specific criteria are met, the psychological barriers drop. Meeting these hidden needs is the foundation of communication intelligence. When people feel seen and valued, they stop resisting your ideas and start viewing your leadership as a natural extension of their own interests. It is a common mistake to equate power with noise. People make loud demands or raise their voices to exert control, but this usually reveals a lack of actual leverage. Influence is often more effective when it is silent. This is the art of the deliberate pause, using your physical presence to control the rhythm of a room without saying a word. In most conversations, a pause that stretches past 3 seconds creates an intense social pressure. Because most people are uncomfortable with tension, they will nervously fill that silence with information they never intended to share. By becoming comfortable with that tension, you let others reveal their own constraints. You are not making a demand. You are allowing them to negotiate against themselves. The most accurate observation is useless if you are too desperate for a specific result. When you need someone's approval or a specific deal to close, your emotions become a handle that others can pull. The principle of detachment is the recognition that you are only truly powerful when you are prepared to walk away. Freedom from the fear of loss is what allows you to think strategically when others are panicking. This clarity allows for outcome obsession. You stop wasting time on the social theater of winning arguments or protecting your ego, and you focus exclusively on whether your actions are producing the desired end result. This is the distinction between simple activity and actual achievement. While one person spends their energy in every direction, the strategist identifies the single path that actually reaches the target. Power lies in being unyielding regarding your final goal, while remaining entirely flexible and emotionally detached from the methods you use to get there. There are moments where the kindest short-term option is the most destructive long-term choice. Protecting an employee who consistently lies to clients might feel moral in the moment, but it jeopardizes the entire team's future. Ambiguous morality is the willingness to make difficult, unpopular decisions that protect the health of the organization or the family. It is a commitment to pragmatic ethics over the comfort of appearing nice. This framework is a mandate to prioritize actual protection over the theater of virtue. It is about taking responsibility for the consequences of your decisions, even when they aren't easy to explain. Mastering these traits changes your role in the world. You are no longer a reactive participant hoping for a fair game. You are a strategist who understands the board, handles the pieces with intent, and finally controls the outcome.